We're going to be looking in this lesson at negotiation and various aspects of negotiation. You can see on the board there are 4 different examples of different situations where you could negotiate. Can you think of any examples from your own life when you've been in these situations and you've needed to?
The second one really often.
The second one? Can you give any examples, Sylvia?
When I was a teenager, usually I was fighting with my parents for everything. Just for everything. So like, can I buy that pair of shoes? Can I go on to have dinner with my friend and stay out for long? So everything.
And who normally won these?
Parents.
The parents.
Always.
Okay. Anybody else had any situations when they've had to negotiate?
Maybe the 4th one,
The 4th one, in the shop?
in the shop or in dry cleaning company.
Okay. Can you give any examples?
No, I didn't remember, but
Okay, you've often been in that situation. And who normally wins those negotiations? Do you normally get your own way in the end, or?
yes.
Yes. So you think you're good at negotiating? Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. What about Enrico? Do you generally, if when you're with Sylvia, do you?
No, I remember when I was in Turkey with Sylvia also, in the bazaar, and more than negotiate, we bargain the price
Okay.
with people for example, some jewelry or jewels or anything, everything. So it was quite hard, but
Okay. So you.
at the end we won.
Exactly. So you got the price you wanted.
Yeah, because they know that they can win. You're the customer, so
You're the customer. You're always right. Okay. We've got some other ideas here. There are different aspects. The ability to interpret body language, which we've looked at. Being prepared. Empathy. Do you know what empathy is?
Yeah. Put yourself to the others.
Put yourself in the other person's
In the shoes.
in shoes. Good, yeah. Put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Flexibility. So we talked about being adaptable earlier. That idea. The ability to respect, sense of humour, honesty, knowledge of subject, listening skills, and persistence. We looked at persistence, I think, earlier as well. What does it mean to persist?
To not give up.
Exactly. So to never give up. Always continue on what you want. Okay? I want you now to decide where you would put these qualities in this table. 0, irrelevant. 1, quite useful. 2, important. Or 3, essential. So talking to the person next to you, decide where you would put these.
flexibility, sense of humor,
Mm-hmm.
honesty. We think that it's more important to look honest than
Okay. Now, what do you think about? Do you disagree with any of them? Svetlana,
Yes.
Esther?
For honesty, I think essential.
Honesty, you think is essential.
I think so.
What do you think?
I think it's very important to be honest, but it's
Because if not, it has to be the lack of confidence between two sides.
They don't trust each other.
Yes, and also if this situation, if the others heard this situation, it could be very bad for two sides of company.
So you think it's very important to be honest because it shows respect
Yes,
to the other
respect.
side.
but sometimes there are some negotiations when you need to win by all means,
Okay.
and
So the ends justify the means.
and in this case you could be honest.
Honest?
No, you could
Dishonest, yeah.
It's very different.
Also important for reputation.
Okay, so it's your own personal reputation, to be honest. Interesting. Okay, so perhaps we put honesty, say honesty. We'll put it here. That's quite useful. No, who seems to completely disagree? It's irrelevant and essential. Okay. What about the other one, salami? Why do you think I've put a picture of salami in the middle of a lesson on negotiations? No idea at all.
No.
We're going to find out.
Are we going to talk about the salami?
Would you like to distract us?
Am I making you hungry? Lots of different tactics. Well, it's the name of a very famous negotiation tactic called the salami tactic. Any guesses what the salami tactic might involve? Exactly, slicing. You don't eat salami, well, normally, you don't eat a big salami in one go. You slice it up into smaller pieces. And this is what the salami negotiation strategy is all about, that we're going to read about, okay? And what we're going to try out for ourselves in a minute. We have some vocabulary to look at before we actually read about it. So if you look on the page with salami at the top of it, surprisingly, we have, for example, palatable. Any ideas what palatable might mean? It's linked to.
Acceptable or agreeable.
Good. Is it similar in Italian? No? No? That's very good knowledge. Palatable, good, yes. So palatable is acceptable. Okay, so I'll give you 2 minutes to have a look at the rest of them and try to decide how they might match up. So, what does Kate want to buy? I love you saying
Stereo and a compact display.
so new stereo,
MP3.
MP3 player, compact disc player. So she wants to buy quite a few things. How much does it cost?
£850.
£850. Right. Does she have £850? Does she want to spend £850?
She would like to spend just £700.
£700. What would happen if she went to the salesman and said £700?
He will probably tell her get lost.
He would probably tell us to get lost. Yes. So, what does she do? What strategy does she use?
Salami strategy.
The salami strategy. Does it work? What do you think? Do you think it would work? Do you think so? Yes. Okay.
Step by step.
Exactly. So rather than asking for everything in one go, you break it down. Okay. So what components does she mention? How does she start? Quite cunning.
She started asking a discount, indicate that she purchased all the 3 components at once.
Okay, yeah. So that's the first concession. Right? So I'll buy them all together, 10% discount.
After she asked for another £50 off if she takes the floor model.
Yeah.
And she mentions that she would like to buy the equipment immediately,
Yeah.
but just in case that the could be extended the warranty on the CD player.
Okay, yes. So she said, if you can give me the warranty, the extended warranty, then I will buy it immediately.
Exactly.
Do you think she planned to buy it immediately when she went into the shop, or does she plan to buy it
Immediately.
She probably already planned to buy it immediately, but she made it sound like there was a question in her mind, okay? Which links back to what we were saying about honesty. How honest is she being in the situation? She's not lying openly, but she's perhaps not being completely open about the situation. Give this a go, okay? Before we go to the final Chucky Bar negotiation, we're going to try this salami strategy for ourselves. So, we have here a situation. Sofa Breaks, our advertising agency, is planning a weekend away. Yay! Nice. Has anybody here been on a weekend away?
No.
In the company at any point? No? You have, Svetlana. Where did you go?
In the hotel with big territory, and we have
Big territory?
big
Big grounds.
Big
We say
grounds,
grounds rather than territory. Yeah.
and there was training, like team building.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Okay, so you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Do you think it was very useful for you?
Very useful for team building.
Okay. So it achieved its purpose.
Yeah.
Well, perfect. Well, perhaps you're going to be part of the HR group then, and you're going to negotiate the details about your weekend away with this group who are the financial directors, okay? Your priorities are perhaps slightly different, but we'll look at that in a second. So I'm going to give you a card, and you're both going to play the HR managers, okay? You want to make your employees happy, that's your main priority, and make them work better as a team. Okay, so these are the details I'm going to give you to read through and work out together. And you are the financial managers, your priority is to keep the cost down.
So we are the villains.
You are the villain. The villains, you are the more financially prudent members of the company, okay?
That's what you say.
We are
So-
counterparts.
Counterparts? Well, you are colleagues in this case. You say counterparts, you work for different companies,
Yeah.
but colleagues in the company. I want you to read the cards and see if you can come up with any extra ideas to the ones already on the cards. If you can make the plans more concrete. So if it says, for example, go to a hotel, but what kind of hotel? Okay, so think more through in detail. And then think, this is a very important point here, what are your tradables? What do I mean here by tradables? Any idea? Your tradables.
Is
Something that you can work on.
Almost, not quite work on, but do you remember with a Kate story?
The trade-off concession.
The concessions, yeah, that she made. So what are you willing to make a compromise on, okay? So you've got to decide, tradables. Okay, right, we won't have a swimming pool. If we don't have a swimming pool, we really want to have a good gym. Okay? So swimming pool is your tradable. Okay? Right, okay, so I'm going to give you 5 minutes. You can talk to each other as finance directors, as HR managers, to make sure that you're sure about these things.
We should work all together.
Now, what's going to happen is you're going to work together here in pairs, and then after 5 minutes, when you're ready, I'm going to put you for negotiations
Okay.
across here. So we're going to have Aisha and Enrico.
hiking.
Go hiking. I'm just
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Just it's like more appreciate.
Exciting and unusual things to do in the local casino in Monaco.
Well, you've got quite different ideas of what this weekend's going to be. Okay, so you've got things here.
I see.
Okay, so for example, perhaps we spend so much here. So if we don't spend so much here, then we definitely advance. So I'm going to give you 1 more minute, and then we're going to do the negotiations. 1 more minute.
So-
Catherine, sit down.
How can we caviar. The
Caviar.
caviar.
You see her financial directors look like,
Yeah, sure.
no caviar.
Okay, chocolate.
Lobster and bubbles.
Champagne.
Okay, chocolate and wine.
So give them ideas.
Caviar. Artisan chocolate.
Okay.
Pretty interesting negotiation.
But if we offer this, we will bring them to picturesque, not exotic place. But
I see.
if we wouldn't offer this, sort of, yes, exotic place we are bringing.
Don't tell me. Secret. Okay, so are you ready?
Yep.
Yes. You remember, I see Svetlana, excellent student Svetlana, already looking back at some of this meetings vocabulary we had before. Do you remember this? So earlier on in the week we looked at meetings.
Shall we take a start?
Shall we take a start? No, shall we make a start? Shall we make a start on all those different things? And if I may interrupt you a moment, all those phrases, okay? So if you refresh yourself with that,
Okay.
and I will tell you afterwards how well I think you negotiated with your trade board, okay?
Okay.
Is it a win-win situation, or did somebody definitely get the best out of it? So we're going to begin with the human resources managers putting their proposals to the finance directors.
Okay, shall we make a start? First of all, welcome and thank you for your coming.
Thank
The
you.
focus of our discussion is happiness of our employees.
And how to motivate them more.
Yeah, how you can see, busy season is finished, and we should think what kinds of motivation we should use this year.
The company will take care of
Didn't
that.
have any vacation
Yeah.
for last 6 months. It's terrible. We should provide them the best facilities.
The best facility
Only
is correct. That it's
for
not necessary to have like a slaver that is
Okay.
going to clean your eyeglasses every few minutes, no? No, we have to do something.
Very good hotel with very
Obviously,
good
that
food.
has to be good. Obviously, the food has to be
absolutely.
good.
Yeah,
Obviously.
completely agree
Okay.
with
Yeah, yeah,
you.
sure.
Okay.
But a luxury,
No, not the
so
people,
extreme
not
luxury.
the-
Not so extremely, of course,
It's
but
obviously something that I can understand in this period more than.
And think, okay, we're going to do it again, but this time pay more attention to what we learned during the Salami negotiations. How do you think you would have done it differently if you had to do it again using the Salami tactics? So, for example, with you, you wanted your luxury hotel, your big dinner, the casino. How might you have used the Salami thing more effectively in your negotiations?
Step by step.
we should start from very good hotel and step by step.
I think first we should maybe start from learn from their decisions.
Okay.
Then we can compromise step by step.
Okay, so you think they had an advantage by you speaking first, okay? Perhaps I'll go to this side. How do you think you...
To be honest, I think
We did a good job.
we did quite
You did a
well
good job,
because I think what we did well is to focus on the main purpose of the meetings, to create
Yeah?
a team
Mm.
with the employees.
Mm.
So
Obviously,
with employees, yeah.
we would like to save money, but I think we
So,
gave
yeah.
a motivation.
Yeah, and we use this kind of motivation not to highlight where to save money,
Okay.
but we have to what's really important is team building,
Yeah.
no? And so do some activities that could fit with this idea.
Okay. I didn't really catch the idea. Now, you're right, you can say, when somebody said something, you can say, oh, I didn't catch that. But it's a slightly different... get. What's the difference between catch and get?
Catch is more physical.
Yeah, get
Yes, it's
figurative.
understanding.
Exactly. So get is understand. So that I didn't catch what you said. It's more you're asking them to repeat what they said, okay? Because more you didn't hear it, rather than what you meant. I didn't understand what you said. I didn't understand the logic of it, the reason of it. Okay. So that would be get. I just don't get it. I don't understand.